What up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Mr. Bates Debates. I'm Mr. Bates. Y'all, forget about that or whatever. Now, as soon as I get my cigarette lit, I think we got at least two, three, maybe even four topics up for debate here today. So just prepare yourselves there. So, first things first, it's Sunday, y'all. You better go call your mom, call your dad, your brother, your sister, your girlfriend, wife, husband. I don't care. Find somebody you ain't talked to in a little while. Give them a call to say hi. They'll appreciate that shit. And go to church too while you're at it. You gotta get your asses right with Jesus. At the end times are really coming, like they all tell us. A lot of people are saying, "Hey, man, we're reaching the end of times." They've been saying that for a long time, but maybe everybody's right. You know what I mean? Hell, the Bible's time. The time in heaven is way different than our time here. You know what I mean? Like they, you say you go up into space so far. You stay up into space, 15, 20 years, 30 years, whatever, and you come back down here. God damn it. So anyways, you go up into space. I think they say you go up into space like 5 years, and then you come back and all your friends and shit will be down, old or dead and gone and all that shit. That would be some crazy shit, y'all. Do you imagine just the shock from all the technology changes, you know what I mean? Hell, you think about the last 5 years just right now, how far the technology's gone. So moving right along here, it's Sunday, y'all, you know what I mean? Just get your asses right with Jesus one way or another. Secondly, now if y'all, this is a real important topic. I really want to hear y'all's feedback about this. If y'all had to choose between having dicks for fingers or ball sacks for toes, which would y'all pick? Now we're going to dive a little deeper here. Now having dicks for fingers, let's say it sounds fun as hell, because you can pretty much bang like multiple women at the same time. I guess you can do that with regular fingers too if you find, a couple of Jennies around or something. Somebody's willing to let you do all that shit and have all these other women involved with it. If there's any women watching this that are, okay with that shit, give old Mr. Bates a call. But now let's say you had the ball sacks for feet. Would that fucking hurt every time I take a step? Would it be like getting kicked in the balls? If you kick somebody else in the balls, would it be like an equal amount of pain for the both of you? That part I ain't figured out yet. I guess if I didn't have to deal with the pain on stepping on my nutsack every step I take, I'd just take the balls over the dick fingers. That's just me. Now, you say you felt the pain of getting kicked in the balls, I might just have to go with the dicks on the fingers, you know what I mean? Because either way, life ain't going to be fun that way. Maybe it will. Hell, you jack off all, 8 fingers at once, maybe even 10 if you're talented. What else do we have up for debate today? Let me drink some of my coffee here. I brought my coffee in because, well, hell, I had coffee hot and, that's some good shit, y'all. Tell you what. Now, let's talk about that shooting at the elementary school that happened not real long ago. Hell, I don't even know what the shooter's name was. I don't give a shit about that kid. I've seen some pictures on the internet of him. I never Never looked into his name. I kind of brushed right past the pictures of him because I don't even want to give him the attention myself. I think we should be giving more attention to the man that went in and stopped the shooter. I don't know much about that shooting, so I'm not going to say what I'm about to say is right or wrong about this, but this is just what I heard. I heard that the police were out there. They're standing all around outside of the school, blocking all the parents from going into the school because they were too scared to go in themselves. I don't know how true that is. I hear the shooter was in that school for over an hour. I mean, don't get me wrong here. My heart goes out to all the kids and the parents, everybody involved, except them police. Assuming that what I hear was true about them stopping the parents from going into the school themselves, you know what I mean? Because them poor kids, them cops, they got the bulletproof vests, they got the guns, they got all that stuff. All them kids got maybe a box of crayons or a sharp pencil to defend themselves with. Maybe a textbook. Now, what in the hell? To me, that's some scary shit. Assuming this is true, that them cops were stopping all parents from going in. Now, if that was some direct orders from somebody up above, them cops should have said to hell with that. I think some of the cops even had kids in that school, and they were standing outside knowing damn well their own kids were in that school getting shot, you know what I mean? And I think I hear one cop had a kid, his own child died. No kid deserves that, you know what I mean? Like, anybody that goes to a school is the biggest coward in the world to shoot the school up where everybody's defenseless and stuff. And I do think that we should arm the teachers, give certain teachers training and the resources needed just to prevent this kind of thing from happening. And I also think we shouldn't even mention the shooter's name at all in the news and all that stuff, because I think that just motivates more people. They see these people on the news all the time, even far back as Columbine. Everybody knew all the 3 kids in the Columbine shooting, they knew their faces, their names, and all that stuff right by the back of their hand. Everybody went out and bought their trench coats and stuff after that, trying to be a cool, edgy kid, because they didn't understand how terrible that shooting really was. I also heard that kid that did the shooting here, oh hell, somebody texted me here. I'll get back with them. Don't worry about that. This is getting kind of long. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to keep my mind straight. My coffee ain't really kicked in just yet. But, see now, one thing these politicians say is how many people have to die before we enact more gun control. Now, you can look at that as either a question or you can look at it as a threat. Because somebody's out there stopping these police from entering the schools when these kids are getting shot and all that stuff and killed. And somebody's telling the police, hey, you don't go in that school. I know there's about 100 of you out here, but you just keep them parents at bay. Let that shooter run out of ammo or do what he's going to do, then you go in. I guess they had a border patrol agent that grabbed a shotgun right from his barber chair. He was right in the middle of getting his hair cut, and he grabbed the shotgun right from the barber that he had. He ran right up in the school, and he's the one that shot the damn kid and stopped the shooting when he did. But I don't know if that's true either. That's just what I read and heard about it. Y'all are welcome to correct me if I'm wrong here. But now about that thing about the, how many more people gotta die, how many more lives have to be lost before we enact more gun control. Now, is that a threat from the government? Or is that actually a question? Because as far as my, the statistics show, all these big cities with the strictest gun control laws, we're talking Detroit, Chicago, Baltimore, and all these great big cities that are the most violent, violent cities in America here. I love America. Don't I love my country? I hate my government. I'll tell you that much. Whether it's Trump or Biden or Bush or Obama, whoever's in charge, I don't give a damn. I don't like them motherfuckers at all. They all crooked. Maybe a small handful of them actually want what's best for the American people, but I think 99% of them should all be dragged right outside and tarred and feathered, just like the good old days, you know what I mean? But what do y'all think, man? Y'all think that's, just a conspiracy theory? Or you think there's something really going on here where, because I noticed after Biden got elected president, Antifa and them, what do they call it, the good old boys or whatever they call themselves. They had them left wing and right wing groups of people. They're always clashing and butting heads and causing all these big old riots. And they had the, I think it was, where was that, in Portland, Oregon or something, where they had that little zone where people set up and had complete anarchy and the cops wouldn't even go in there. Hell, all that shit disappeared as soon as Biden became president. I don't get that. I think, me putting my tinfoil hat on here, I think that's all some government, FBI, CIA type bullshit going on. They had all that shit going on all through Trump's presidency just to keep the people, me and you, keeping us divided and fighting each other. You got the pro-police and the anti-police, the pro-transgender people, the anti-gays, and all this shit. You got people like me and probably you too that I just don't give a shit. You got your beliefs, I got mine. We don't agree, hell, let's talk about it, you know what I mean? We'll find some common ground somewhere, we'll get along. Now, you bring too much emotion to the table, that's where you get in trouble, you get all pissed off and get offended. Oh my God, you go on the Twitter and the Facebook and you start, oh my God, this dude, he's a racist, he's anti-gay, he's a piece of shit and he needs to die. I say, hey, that's cool, you, to each their own, you know what I mean? I don't give a shit, That's how I feel about it. Fuck them all, we'll find, if we have a conversation about something other than all this bullshit, it's good to have a conversation about this bullshit. But eventually you gotta move along, and you'll find some common ground somewhere, and then you end up, hey, this guy I hate, he looks different than me, he acts different, he thinks different things, but hell, he's an alright guy. Or girl, or whatever gender you claim to be. I don't know any other genders besides men and women. I think that's all a bunch of made up bullshit, but hell, if you want to be called, whatever gender you claim to be, hell, that's on you. I ain't gonna call you that. I'm gonna call you a man or a woman, but I'm not gonna hate on you for thinking otherwise, you know what I mean? I don't understand it. God damn it, somebody else is. I'm getting a bunch of text messages now. Maybe people know I'm touching on maybe some touchy subjects. Maybe you're offended. Hell, I don't know. I only been offended one time in my life just because I was curious to see how it felt. And I was like, I'm going to try that shit getting offended today. And I didn't like it, you know what I mean? I said, fuck that. I'm just going to move right along with my life, You can try to offend me. I dare you, you know what I mean? It ain't going to happen. Now, y'all, I got shit to do, so y'all wash your hands after you poop now.